Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, what's the overall energy? Thank you. What's hidden? What's hidden from the viewer that would be helpful? That's a lot. Okay. Outcome and advice. That's a lot too. We'll take it. Sure, why not? Okay. That's a lot. All right. In the overall energy, we have the Four of Cups and the Five of Wands. Very different energies. Feels like this Four of Cups person has lost the taste of something, not interested in something others have to offer or someone, an opportunity. Maybe what's in that cup is this Five of Wands, chaos, and this person is just so peaceful, looking out over the water. All right, let's clarify. Let's investigate. So, why is the Four of Cups here? Oh, another four. Four of Wands in reverse. Feels like this is why, this Four of Wands in reverse is why this person is not interested in a cup that's being offered. Something was not a happy celebration. It feels like it was supposed to be a happy celebration, something signifying next step, entering a portal to a new life, celebrating with someone else, but it didn't turn out that way. Why did it not turn out that way? Eight of Wands, fast-moving energy. Page of Swords. Feels like someone changed their tune. It was supposed to be a celebration, commitment, ceremony. This is the wedding card, Four of Wands. So in reverse, it feels like what was supposed to be happy, celebration, was not that way. Feels like something shifted in a different direction, like a sudden shift. And it looks like you're communicating that you don't like this shift. What's going on here? What does the viewer need to know about this? Oh, okay, that's interesting. This card flew out, went under the stack that's hanging out, waiting for me to translate in what's hidden. This card flew out into what's hidden. The truth was hidden. And there's another Ace of Swords on the top of that pile in what's hidden. So that feels significant. The truth was hidden. The truth about a relationship that did not turn out the way you expected. I can see why you're not interested. It feels like you're trying to speak truths to this shift. Shift in temperament, shift in the mood of your partner. it feels like they're moody and awful, and you're trying to communicate some truths back to them, but the truth feels, what I'm reading here is that this person created a bait and switch. They told you what you wanted to hear until some commitment. So you couldn't, so you felt obligated, and it looks like you did feel obligated. Oh, it feels like at the beginning you're like, what's going on? This is not what I'm interested in. Over time, it feels like it doesn't matter what you're saying. They're just wearing you down. Doesn't matter. You can talk until you're blue in the face. This is the relationship they wanted after a celebration, after a commitment. And they just want you to not fight it. They want you to stop fighting. So they're positioning. So this is a deception right away. They told you what you wanted to hear till there's a commitment, and then the mood changes, and you're trying to speak truths about it. Like, let's talk about this, and you're looking within, like, is it me? Is something changing? So you're operating in good faith, and it feels like you might have some belief systems here of peace. Don't fight this. Let's make it peaceful. This is temporary. This is it feels like you're trying to excuse this shift. And it feels like that's the beginning of this excusing their behavior, making excuses for them. It looks like a lot of this is coming to light right now. It feels like when you get hooked in this bait and switch, and it's very hidden, and it feels like you're trying to make it work in a relationship, but now this person that you thought was your partner is now positioning themselves as the boss, authority. I get to be moody. You need to run around and fix, and I get to decide that. Yeah, positioning themselves as leader. It feels like your luck just the longer you're in this connection, the more difficult your life gets, the more drained you are. Nothing goes your way. And this person is just getting you to acquiesce, creating learned helplessness, just chipping away at you to get you to submit, to not fight it, to just, learned helplessness. This looks like, so there's a study, definitely 1900s, and I remember studying this in psychology and seeing a picture of a dog that they chained to a mat that was electrocuting them. Nice, huh? And at first the dog is trying to leap away, right? Trying to get away. I don't like this. This is uncomfortable. This hurts. But they're chained to the mat and they can't escape this. And day after day after day, this continues until finally the dog stops trying to escape the hurt of the electrical shock. And then the scientists, took off the chains and continued to shock the dog. Now the dog is free and can escape, but doesn't, because they've learned helplessness. that it doesn't matter what they do, they can't escape it, so they just sit in it and stay in it. This is also similar to PTSD, chronic, over time abuse. Making you feel like you can't escape it, that you're the problem, that you created this. Whatever needs to be done to get you to take it, to not even fight it, is what I'm seeing. All right, what's the Five of Wands energy? You're protected. It feels like you recognize this person. Yes, this is my PTSD card, post-traumatic stress disorder. Your body, it doesn't matter. Your body remembers. This feels like stored trauma. And it also feels like it's so hard because the person who is creating this trauma is the person closest to you. And you don't know that this is happening. And you don't know to protect yourself. Okay, it looks like, why is the Five of Wands in the overall energy right now? Chariot. There's this energy of no, striking, protesting, had enough. It looks like there's this need to protect yourself from who's really causing you harm and make moves. The Chariot is moving away. In the original image, they're moving away from a town. This feels like moving away, making sure you're safe and protected, identifying that this person is not for you, using any anger that arises to leave this, to give you the energy. Instead of staying in this environment, allowing your anger to rise if you're in this Five of Wands, instead of trying to get someone to care about you, to finally treat you the way you were promised, you're missing the whole point. It feels like you're working so hard to try to get back to the beginning of this relationship before the bait and switch, when this person was showing up and saying that they want the same thing that you do, that they want a partnership, that they want an adventure, they want a pal, a buddy, a support, and caring, and someone to travel through this world with. And instead, after a commitment, this person shifted, became their kind of crappy, moody. Their emotions are your problems. You need to fix them. You need to make them happy. That type of energy. And so it looks like for whoever this is, it feels like there's some anger rising, a realization that the person that you're in a connection with is not your partner. Feels like a lot of you might be making moves, moving on, moving away. Let's look at what's hidden. Got a lot. Okay, let's just start. Star reversed, hopeless, Five of Pentacles, abandoned, financial issues, Ten of Pentacles, glow up. This is legacy energy, having it all. Magician, creating, manifesting consciously what you prefer. Moon, what's been hidden is coming to sight, coming into the light. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. Two of Cups, And there's that Ace of Swords, the second Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of truths coming out. Ooh, yeah, a lot of clarity. A lot of epiphanies. A lot of... Oh my gosh, I recognize... Okay. Star reverse is hopeless, feeling hopeless, unable to heal from this abandonment. At first look, it feels like all's lost. I think that is kind of what hits when you realize that this relationship is working, just not for you. This person just wanted your compliance, wanted to train you into the partner they wanted, but they needed you to commit, and then that became the relationship they wanted, demanded, needed. So this hopelessness is appropriate, realizing that this relationship will never evolve. There's a lot of addictive energy here. Chipping away at who you are to feel that this is all you have. That they're all you have. And so at first it is despair. Who have I been in a relationship with? What kind of relationship? It looks like you abandoned yourself to be in this connection. And that's what they trained you to do. To, over time, get you to tolerate, to take it. To perceive that you don't have worth and value. So you'll abandon yourself. And adore them. It looks like that's another aspect of they want to be adored. They want to be viewed as worshipped a bit. Adored, lifted up. You can do no wrong. Okay. I think once you work through that initial and your emotions... Hi, Boo-Boo. That's Boo-Boo, the yellow parakeet back there. Yeah, that totally clean. She just cleaned away what I was going to say. Yeah, so at first there's this hopelessness and despair, and your feelings are valid. However, it's intense. The reality, realizing that you've been in a false reality, focusing on someone who would never return the favor and care for you. It's a tough place to begin, but there's so much good energy when you are rock bottom, when you're at the bottom of that swimming pool. Then you can, one, decide what trajectory, where you're at. It's also very empowering being at this type of juncture. You have nothing to lose. You can let go of old versions of you and recreate something very new. Heal from this and become something else. Allow this to shape you into the new version that you are becoming after this. Show yourself how amazing and valuable your energy is. Take your energy back. Reimagine yourself and your life. Take your abundance with you. Your abundance just isn't a number in a bank account. It's your abundant energy. It feels like there's something you're wanting to leave behind, something you might be working on leaving behind. There's a reimagining of what your life can be. Part of why it feels so hopeless is you've had tunnel vision and have focused everything, like just let everyone and everything go to try to make this work. And you might have isolated yourself, so focused on trying to make this work that if I make this work, then everything else will fall into place. And instead realizing this will never work. Never. So I'm going to take my energy, and instead of focusing it on this person, on this relationship, on trying to make this happen, I'm going to take all that energy and focus it on me. Not thinking about them, just start redirecting all that care and show yourself what you can do. As you continue on your healing journey away from this relationship, more and more will be revealed. If you're waiting to see everything and have all the dots connected and clarity before you leave, then you're staying in an environment where you're being mistreated. And it gets harder and harder to leave. However, with that being said, you're the one that has to make the moves. You're the one that has to do all the work. You're the one that has to do the healing. And so it's a big decision. And it feels like it's the beginning of a new you, a new life, a new way that you would prefer to live. What I've experienced is that these type of environments, the healing, the growth happens when you leave those environments. Physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, if you allow it, if you just keep pointing in that trajectory, in that, I want to heal from this. I'm healing from this. I'm moving on. I'm becoming the person I've always wanted to be. I'm going to give myself the life I've always wanted to have. I'm going to keep moving in that direction. What's different is that things don't work in this false reality. You're not attuned to your own energies. You're focusing all your energy, your time, and giving it to someone else. They're kind of treating you like a battery. So by the time you realize that it's time to leave this relationship, you're so depleted and exhausted. But you get that energy as you heal and as you leave. You get the understanding as you heal and as you leave. Okay. Yes, moving on to calmer grounds. Just keep moving in the opposite direction of anywhere this person or anyone in this energy is. Two of Cups. Yes, of course there's relationships out there. The truth is, it looks like there's some healing to be done, so you don't just go right into another relationship. If your first instinct from the inside of a toxic relationship is, I need someone else, then, as in like, I need another relationship, then you're going to attract someone in the same energy because you're in that energy. Can you allow yourself to heal and change so you become the version of yourself that can have the type of relationship that you've wanted? And once you heal on the other side of this, your wants and desires change. I'm clarifying the Two of Cups, lovers, Four of Cups. Yes, there's plenty of lovers out there. For a while, it might be good to have this, like, I'm focusing on me. I don't want to focus on someone else. It almost feels like that's important, to love yourself, to not need someone. Because when you need someone, when you've got that yearning and that's not love. I think a lot of us have been taught through social media, books, that yearning is love. Being in a relationship that, oh my gosh, just more. That's not love. So can you allow some healing to happen so you can become a different version of yourself before you are open to a relationship? Not needing, but open. You love yourself, you see the value in yourself, you care enough that you're going for who you are, and you want to protect who you are, because now after healing you see your own value, what you bring to the table. And so when you date, you're going to take your time, go slowly, see if this person, what they say, matches with how they show up. Less about what they say. Future faking, we'll do this and we'll do. Let's just keep it in present time. How about just enjoying our time, our dates, and getting to know each other? Yeah. Okay. In the outcome and advice, we had a bunch of cards come out. 8 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Wands showing up again. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Wands in reverse. Whoa. Hierophant in reverse. Okay. The 8 of Swords in reverse is no longer stuck in limited belief. No longer stuck. I got to make this work. I have to make this relationship work. I can't leave this pad that's electrocuting me, zapping me. I have to stay. That's that learned helplessness type of mentality that I was talking about. This is realizing I can leave. I can use my free will and leave. The only thing that's limiting me is my beliefs. There's a definite need to protect yourself. When you leave these type of relationships, that is the most dangerous time. Because this person has cultivated, created a version of you that wouldn't leave them, that would need them, that all blessings flow through them. This person wounds you, and then they need to be the one that heals you from their wounding. We don't talk about how they wounded you. They just want to be a hero without doing any of the work necessary to be a hero. And so that's called a trauma bond. This person is just creating need, wounding, manipulation, and keeping you in their wounds. They don't want to heal. They just want you to constantly fix. So be mindful. A lot of times the best time to leave is when they're on a high, when their ego is full and they feel like they can do anything. And don't bring them down. Don't tell them what you know. Don't tell them that you've spotted them. But just let them believe that they've won. For weeks and months, it's tough. Let them think that they've won. And while they're busy gloating and doing whatever they do, then you can quietly be focusing on your new life. And when you're ready to leave, there's just, this is over. This is no, just quiet. It's very unsatisfactory. But that, for those of you who are looking for when's a good time, it's just leaving while this person is feeling themselves, thinking that they've won, thinking that they've, whatever. Let them. When they think that they're winning, that's when you can quietly make moves. Quiet. All right. There's something here about finances too. This type of energy would definitely be controlling of the finances. So if finances are part of the equation that are keeping you stuck in this type of connection, what can you do today? What's one thing you can do every day to start building your new life, to start creating abundance for yourself? Do you have access to your finances? Do you have access to all the documents, legal, financial documents? Maybe getting a job, figuring out how to create income if you don't have it, and just being more conscious of your finances and start figuring out how to create your new life, how to start. You got to start somewhere. And so no matter where you are and how dire and desperate, what's one thing you can do today, and start working on it quietly. Exactly. 7 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Swords is the person depicted is sneaking behind enemy encampments in the middle of the night and stealing 5 of their swords and just leaving 2. This tells me keep your own counsel. Say less. You might not know. This person feels like they have a lot of enablers around them. And so they might have manipulated the conversation about you. Say less. Don't tell them where you're going. Don't tell people where you're going, what you're doing, what your plans are. Six of Wands in reverse feels like public humiliation, public shame. Definitely. Honestly, the public shame, it feels like this person, honestly, this public humiliation, if you are humiliated, if this person is humiliating you, purposely trying to, they can't control you, maybe you're not as controllable, you're becoming more conscious, pushing back, that's when they stop being able to control you. They start controlling the narrative about you, how everyone's seeing you. They're trying to create a public humiliation so you'll stop trying and go back into that learned helplessness. This actually, if you can tolerate not caring about how everybody feels, I've found that this is a great time to make moves. When they're gloating and when you're supposed to be suffering, humiliated, they're on a high. They feel like they've won when they've hurt you and you're wounded. And that is a great time to quietly make some moves. Because they're just living off of this, I hurt viewer, oh my God, everybody believes me, and yeah, while they're on that kick, If you can work through the humiliation and realize that anybody who is not showing up to ask you your side, that means that they believe, they like what this person is saying about you. They're probably not your friend. Hierophant reversed is my card for breaking from tradition. It feels like you're breaking from tradition, not accepting this way of relationshiping. This very well could be a divorce for a lot of you. False person. It feels like once you make it clear, maybe leave while they're having a victory. And do you have an attorney? Do you have support? Do you have a therapist that can help you heal from learned helplessness, PTSD, trauma, heal from trauma? Boo-boo again. Take care of you. It's time someone took care of you, and you're just the right person to do the job. All right. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.